Welcome to episode 86 of Dinner from the Dining Car. What we're making this week is Dover Sole Cubanese from the Atlantic coastline. Now, one of the things that prompted me to make this video, this particular recipe, is I was at Ralph's, Kroger for you folks back east, and they had some absolutely gorgeous Dover sole fillets on sale. And when you're retired, you know, you kind of have to save money. So I've got about 1.5 pounds. This is all vacuum sealed to keep it fresher, of Dover sole fillets. What else you're gonna need? I'm in the kitchen, honey, but I'm recording right now. Another thing you're going to need is 1, possibly 2 tomatoes, depending on how many fish fillets you have, because you're going to thin slice this tomato and put it on each fish fillet. You're also going to need our old friend butter, probably a stick to 1.5 sticks, because you're going to grease your baking pan, put a little butter on it for the fish so that the fish doesn't stick, and then after you get all the toppings on, you're going to pour more butter on top of it. You're going to need a purple onion. You probably won't use the whole purple onion. It's kind of an eyeball thing. And you're going to need some peppers. Now, these are baby peppers. It doesn't really matter because they're going to be chopped up anyway. Same with the onion. And then there's just salt and pepper. Easy recipe. Well, that's all there is for this intro. And so I guess we'll be back much later to do the actual cooking. Oh, and by the way, I'm trying something new today. I'm shooting this instead of on my Andover camera, which is starting to go bye-bye. I'm shooting this on a Galaxy A24, or is it A14, whatever. I'm shooting this on a cell phone, so we will see how this comes out. Anyway, we'll be back. Oh, you're also going to need, I'm sorry, a 9x13 baking dish. You're going to set your oven to 350 when this goes, and make sure it's hot when this goes in, and it'll cook for about 20 minutes. For a little, but never mind. You read the side history when you first started the video, so I'm not going to be stupid and repeat it. So anyway, we will be back later when all this is ready to go, just to assemble and get into the oven. We'll see you then. Okay, folks, here we go. We have our 9x13 pan, well greased. Now, I greased it with cooking spray. I'm trying to cut down, you know, the cholesterol and the fat, so I kind of laid off the butter a little bit. All right, first thing you need to do is take your fish and kind of just set it in the pan. This is lovely fish fillets. I think I'm going the wrong direction here. Let me try it that way. This cod, or this sole smells really good. Just out of the bag. There. There you have your 1 to 1.5 pounds of sole. You need to salt and pepper it. Salt. A little salt. Now, as anybody who watches my videos know, I use pink Himalayan salt. And as far as my pepper, I have a 5 peppercorn blend that I use. You don't want to salt it too much, but you can leave a little pepper on there. By the way, the oven is already heated to 350 degrees. So that's what you're going to want to set yours for at the start of all this. I'm getting too old for this beverage. Warm iced coffee, yum. I need a couple of tablespoons. Excuse me for a second. Now you're going to take about half of that purple onion, and now I used miniature peppers, the little tiny peppers, but if you're using a full-size pepper, you want to use a full-size yellow pepper. You're going to grind the snot out of each one of those because they have to be chopped very fine. You're also going to slice at least one really good sized tomato. So after you get the fish salted, thin sliced tomato on each and every fillet. Kind of move these around. And I'm pretty sure I cut enough tomato. Now I cut the tomato in half and then, sliced each half. So it'd be a little, and they are super thin. Some stuff in it. And there's another one. This is so simple once you get everything cut, because you're just putting it in the pan. Tomato on each, enough tomato on each piece of fish to basically cover more or less all of that piece of fish. Oh, that little guy doesn't have any tomato on it. We'll have to improvise there. Oh, there's some thinner slices for that thinner piece of fish, which that works kind of fine for me. Okay, now that that's done, you put your onion first. Your shredded, now I used a red onion. If you don't like red onion, you can use a yellow onion, a white onion, a sweet Vidalia, whatever turns your crank. I just happen to like using red onion. And you'll cover the tomatoes with the red onion. Looks like I chopped enough. This is about a half of a good sized red onion. A lot of your seasoning in this is going to come from these onions and peppers. Like half of a red onion ground up, diced really fine, is going to be enough for 1.5 pounds of fillets. Oh God, I couldn't have done this any better if I tried. Amazing, considering I've never made this recipe before, that I haven't screwed it up. And just take what's left and kind of dabble it on a couple of blank spaces. Just kind of get it in there real good. Okay. Now you go with your ground up peppers. Now this had yellow because I used the little peppers. This has yellow, orange, and a couple of red peppers in it with the seeds. So basically, if you buy the mini peppers in a multicolored bag, just cut off the tops and use your chopper. If you don't have a chopper, you really need to get one. These things will pay for themselves real fast. Oh, I hear the cat wanting to go out. And again, you just take some peppers and put it right on top of the onion. Right on top of the onion. Oh, this is looking good. This is looking like something I want to eat. This recipe is so simple. I'm surprised I never discovered it before because it's just crazy simple. And it looks much more upscale. And again, for the food snobs out there, this was pretty fresh Dover sole because I just got it, believe it or not, this morning. Nice thing about Ralph's / Kroger is they were open today. Meow. What? What? He wants daddy. Him wants his daddy. Well, daddy can't give you attention right now, Pensicle, because daddy's kind of busy. You'll have to deal with it. Deal with disappointment, kitty. Go bug mommy. Harrison, if you're watching this, I know you've got to be laughing your butt off right now because you have a cat. You know what all that's about. Anyhow, there it is. Let me bring it over here to the camera so you can see it closer. That's all there is to it. And you just take this and we'll put it in a 350 degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to go for like 22 and a half, 23 because there's a lot of fish fillets here. And we'll be back when that's ready. And then you can see it plated up with the rice and everything will be just dandy. Back in a bit. Well, folks, here it is, out of the oven. Judy, could you do me a huge favor?
Yeah.
Get me that big spatula, the metal one.
Okay.
And your plate. Turn the oven off because that's done. That looks really pretty, and it was bubbling when I pulled it out of the oven, folks. So there you go. That's the one I want. And your plate.
I'll get it. Use the spatula. Let me get my plate. Don't give me too much.
Move over here. Oh, it's kind of falling apart on us.
That'll do.
A little more? Because there's a little piece right here.
Okay, a little more.
Oh man, it just completely fell apart. This fish is done, folks. It's completely fallen apart. Now, if you'll get my plate for me.
Yeah, I can do that.
This looks like it smell. I wish you people could smell what's going on in here because it's unbelievably yummy smelling. Except the fish is just falling apart on me. Of course, that means usually that it's probably pretty tender. And another slab for Tony. And I broke it again. There we go.
Okay, that should do it.
Leftovers. Now we'll spin over here. Wow, that lid is hot. We have some nice, hot, ready white rice. Move your glass out of the way here. I'll come over here and give my lovely wife a spot of rice. Is that enough?
A little bit more. No, that'll do.
Okay. And I come over here and give myself a spot of rice. And there you have it, folks. That is the Atlantic coastline filet of sole Cubanese. That's it for this week. As usual, when you see this online, please like it and subscribe if you would. I'd love it. If you'd like a copy of the recipe, well, my email address for that is at the end of this video. With that, to all my Canadian and American viewers out there, have a lovely Labor Day, what's left of it, and we'll see you next time we cook. Good night, all.